So you're on a caloric deficit. You're doing everything right. You're exercising, you're lifting, you're controlling your protein, you're sleeping enough, you're drinking lots of water. And then you go and check yourself on the scale and your weight has gone up. And you're sitting there thinking, what the hell, man, I did everything right. Why is this not working? Why am I not losing weight? Maybe I should just drop this and go on some fat diet because I'm missing some kind of magic key that'll fix everything. No, you're not missing anything at all. Let me tell you how to fix this. I think it was in that old sci-fi movie with Charlie Sheen called The Arrival, where aliens are taking over the Earth. And at one point, one of the aliens makes an observation about humans. And he's like, you're all just bags of water? That's disgusting. Actually, that might have been the faculty. I don't remember. Point is, they're right. We are bags of water. Imagine your body is a sponge. You grab the sponge and you squeeze it. You would expect all the water the sponge is holding to flush out. But now imagine that the sponge is stubborn. So you got to keep squeezing, you got to keep holding, and eventually all the water is going to come out at once. It'll just flush out, done. That's what's going on when you are dropping body fat. See, body fat reduction is happening. If you are on a caloric deficit, you're lifting, you're doing cardio, you're doing everything right, your body is reducing body fat. The scale simply does not reflect it because it measures your total body weight, and your body likes to hold on to water. Why? Doesn't really matter, but if you're eating a lot of sodium, it's going to retain water. If you're lifting, there's going to be inflammation. Your body is also going to hold on to water as it recovers. There's a lot of reasons. All you got to know is that this is natural and that this is not a linear process. So the way to not fall into this psychological trap is to simply look at your moving average. Go get an app called Happy Scale. That's the one I like. I'm sure there are others, but I've been using this for a long time. It's called Happy Scale, and log your weight every single day. You're not going to look at your recorded weight. You're going to look at the moving average. That is all you care about. And you're going to see that when this happens, when your body retains water and you're doing everything right, and 2-3 days go by and nothing is happening, or worse yet, the scale even jumps up a little bit, you're going to see that if you just keep going at your deficit, if you just keep lifting, if you just keep doing your moderate cardio, you don't need to kill yourself with cardio. That's another myth. Eventually the water will flush out. You're going to wake up one day, you're going to measure yourself, you're going to scale yourself, you're going to wake up one day, weigh yourself, boom, weight dropped. And then you're going to get your precious dopamine hit. That's it. That's all you got to know. That is the psychological trap that throws everyone off course, and then they abandon things or they try to do crazy things like, maybe I'm going to cut out even more calories. Now you're undernourishing yourself. That's the road to failure. Or they're going to say, I'm going to do even more cardio. You don't have to do that. And also, you're wasting a weapon that you can use for later when your weight loss does hit a plateau, which is something we'll talk about in the future. You just need to keep going and looking at your average moving weight. That's how you get zizzed out. Let's go.